Hello, everybody. My name is John McGear. It's Bushcraft, and I'm planning on getting out in the woods soon and getting some actual like wood shots and stuff like that. It's just like I'm constrained with the time I have to make content and to really. I don't have the equipment to really. I have a webcam and stuff like that, but I got a crappy cell phone that's broken and stuff, and I'm looking to. It's hard to find time to get out there. There's a bunch of things I need to figure out before I can actually start making like real bushcraft videos, especially even just non webcam videos like out in my yard or something like that. But today I want to talk about acorns and why acorns are awesome and amazing, and why I love the area I live in. If you live in an area with a lot of oaks, if you can find property with a lot of oaks on them, then you're in luck. Like you have just stumbled upon like a permaculture perfect food source, oil, whatever other stuff. So I just want to kind of briefly go over acorns and why they're overpowered. Awesome and amazing. So acorns, they are edible, they are extremely sustainable and nutrient dense food source. Okay, so let's just go for the food. So per 100 grams, it's 387 calories. So comparatively, I know a lot of people don't know what 100 grams is. So comparatively, 100 grams of flour is 364 calories, and flour usually is reinforced. It has to be reinforced because they like when they process it down, they strip a lot of the nutrients from it. But when we go to acorns, we have a lot of micronutrients that aren't listed here on the nutrition facts here, but we have a good nutrient profile. They are a complete protein containing all the amino acids that our body can't generate. The presence of these magnificent trees are actually determined where the culture of the past would live. Some resources say as much as 50% of their diet was acorns. So, like, one of the reasons why this is super interesting. So, my theory why the Native Americans never advanced out of the nomadic age, they stayed hunter gatherers, is because of the vast ranges of oaks in the Midwest or the northern parts of whatever the country and stuff like that. So they were able to. It was just a crop waiting for them. They would have boom and bust years and stuff like that. But like acorns have tannins in them, so it's another thing why they're amazing is they have a preservation chemical inside of them that makes it so that they don't spoil as long as you keep them dry. So they have a near infinite shelf life. I say that asterisks, you never know. Always check your food, look for mold and stuff like that. But you can store them for long periods of time with minimal effort. So like they're nutrient dense, they are complete protein, they are high in fats, they're high in carbohydrates, and they're high in protein. So they're almost a complete food on their own. So you don't really even need to supplement too much more with it. And this is going to be a 2-minute video, but I feel like I'm going to deep dive into these acorns. I love acorns so much. But if you love acorns, please subscribe. But you should love acorns. Acorns are super sustainable. Um, it's a slept-on food. So, like, if you can get some property with oaks on them, snatch it up, man. Because, for instance, you have some year they grow irregularly. So, like this year, we had a very low acorn harvest. I could have gotten out there, but the year before, there were so many acorns that like the roads were covered in acorns, and people couldn't get them out of their yards and stuff like that. But I was able to go out and by hand, picking up in a bucket, was able to, I think it was like 4 to 8 pounds of acorn per hour, just like picking through and looking for the good ones. But you can pick acorns, you can get any of them, and like there's different grades, I would say, but like I would rake them now, and then sort, because they're just such a good food. And also too, I want to also point out, maybe this should be about oak trees as well, but the oak provides a complete, potentially a complete ecosystem, a complete diet in and of itself. I'm going to test this spring. That should be a video. I'm going to tap a bunch of oaks and see if I can get them to run sap. And I think I'm going to sample a little bit of it. But I'm going to get the sap running, and I'm going to try to get the syrup. I'm going to try to cook it down into syrup and see if we can get any oak syrup. I haven't been able to find any research or anybody who's tried it before, but if we can get syrup out of oak in the spring, then we have a complete mega sustainable forest of like the best food crop ever, because the food system ever, because we have oak trees providing acorns, which are in and of themselves, they provide flour, so they do the same thing as what flour does. wheat flour does. So we have the entire agricultural, like the thing that made the entire agricultural age possible, which was wheat, a large part of that. We have that in one tree. They last hundreds of years. They produce more after they get older, whatever. Sorry. I'm just excited. I don't know what to really talk about. This is a freestyle. So then if we were able to get sap out of them, we would have a sugar source, a pure sugar source, or a micronutrient source. But we don't really need that. I mean, oak trees, you can get that from like birch, you can get that from hickory, you can get that from walnut, you can get that from maple trees, obviously, if we want the micronutrients from that and just like that mineral water type stuff. But then the other half of the oak tree, which is kind of slept on, kind of gross, but the acorn weevil, the maggots are edible, and they would have the omega fatty acids because eating animals in most natures, like eggs or tuna fish or fish oil and all this other stuff, provides the essential brain fats for you to not have holes in your brain. And I would argue, I would be hard pressed to not think that the maggots and the acorn weevil wouldn't be able to provide that as well. So we'd have an animal protein, we'd have the acorn proteins, we'd have a plant protein, plant fat, plant calorie. So like the oak tree would be like an entire ecosystem of food and different stuff. Like also too, like the acorn, you can grind it down and press it to get oil out of it for cooking oil. I've yet to try that myself. I've yet to process I have about 55 pounds up in my attic, just dried out for long-term storage to experiment with. But we will have, you know what I mean? If we press the oil out of it and then grind it up into a fine flour, we'd have some sort of like a bread material, and we would have also a cooking oil to like fry stuff up and deep fry things and stuff like that. So it's just acorns are the best thing ever. They're just an amazing little plant or a little seed, and they're so easily sustainable. And like we just don't go after them because we've invested economies of scale into other stuff. So please subscribe. Hope this was kind of informative, but I love acorns, so you should too. Have a great day. Peace out.